Hi everyone, it's Rebecca with linkinglewiscounty.com, and on today's episode of Hear All About It, we have Mellissa Spence and Elwin Stillman. Welcome, you two. Thanks for coming in. You guys are here to talk about, in different aspects, something that I think's become really popular lately, and that is knowledge about bees and beekeeping. So you guys are part of a group that meets once a month?
Yes, we meet once a month, third Tuesday of the month at 6 o'clock at the Lewis County Cooperative Extension on East Road.
Okay. How did you get involved with bees, Mr. Stillman?
I started when I was a child. When I was 9 years old, there was a beekeeper behind our house. I lived in a farm. And one day I decided to go up and help him, and I've been doing it ever since.
That's great. It seems to me that it's almost had a resurgence, beekeeping, or an interest in it. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because the population has been low, or what do you think has attributed people becoming more interested in beekeeping?
Probably just the news that the bees are declining, and people have a lot of interest they didn't used to have because there's more information available. When I started beekeeping, I was probably the only person in my age group that I knew that kept bees. Okay, so with the internet, more access to information. This group that meets, how many members are in this group? Do you know roughly? We generally have 15 to 30 people come on at night.
Okay.
It varies widely depending on who's talking or what the time of year is.
Okay. Do you feel like there's a lot of people in the Lewis County area that are getting involved or are involved with beekeeping?
Yes, it's very popular.
Okay. How, if someone wanted to get started, what do they need to know right out the gate to begin with? What are the basics?
Well, I think they ought to buy a book and read up on it and really study.
Okay.
Then they ought to take a beginner's course.
How would they do that?
Well, right now, Better Bee's offering one this week.
Okay.
It's on the internet. It's I think 2 hours at a time, 3 days next week. Better Bee's going to have it. It'd be an excellent opportunity to learn about bees. Okay.
And that course would teach them not only the knowledge, but the minimum kind of equipment that they would have. What would you think to start out with your own hive? Roughly, do you have an average cost of what that would be?
Well, I'd say $500 to $1,000.
Okay. And there's two different types of people or ways to look about it when it comes to beekeeping. You can do it as a hobby, but it's also something that could potentially turn a profit for you, correct?
Correct. Most hobby beekeepers, once they get into it, don't need to. They make enough money so it supports itself. It's one of the few hobbies you can have. You can have them like a boat. You have to keep putting money in it. But with bees, once you get going, pays for itself.
Sure. Because what are some of the products that when you harvest or generate that honey, what can be done with that besides consuming it?
Well, you also make wax and propolis. You can also pollinate fruits and vegetables.
Okay. So, and it's beneficial too because doing it in your area, it's better for allergies, right? Isn't it better that if the honey that you consume comes from the environment that you live in, that it's more beneficial to you allergy-wise or health-wise?
That's a common belief. I'm not being a doctor, I'm not sure it's really real.
Okay. It sounds good though, don't you think?
It sounds good. It sells honey.
Right.
Whether it really works or not, a lot of people say it does.
Okay. So we'll say that fact is up in the air. Mellissa, you're here. You are involved with Cornell Cooperative Extension.
Yes.
So you said you facilitate the meetings each month that they meet. The group does.
Yes. Give them reminders. Tell them what Elwin's going to be speaking about. And we always encourage more people to come.
Okay. So anyone that's you don't necessarily have to have your own hive to join this group. If you're just interested in bees in general, you could come to these meetings as well. How does someone get on your email list, or how would they go about it if they're interested in becoming part of this group?
They would either email Cornell Cooperative Extension or call us. There's information always around. We advertise in our newsletter. We'll be having information at the fair. And any beekeeper would probably give you that information too.
Okay, great. I'm sure it's a network. You all seem kind of connected, and it's like your own little group that meets and probably exchanges knowledge and all that kind of thing. In addition to this group, you will have Cornell Cooperative Extension will have a display, a bee display at the fair.
Yes, it'll be in the youth building, and because it is so popular, we're having an educational table about beekeeping. We're also going to have a beekeeper there on Wednesday and Friday. He's going to come in with an observation hive with live bees and in between glass.
Wow.
And he's going to be talking to youth and adult that want to come.
Okay, that's excellent. So that'll be a very interesting display for people to see, and he'll be able to field some questions and give out information about bees and beekeeping.
Yes.
So that's excellent. And where is that? That's in the youth building, you said, at the fair?
At the youth building, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, so just to wrap things up, anyone that wants to become a member of this group, Mr. Stillman, they contact Mellissa Spence. Okay, great. And like I said, I think it's really, we have a resurgence of this activity in our area, and it does nothing but benefit us all to keep the bees pollinated and generated and making that great honey, right?
That's right.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you guys both coming in, and I hope your group is a success, and I hope you get a lot of people coming into that display. It should be very, especially for the kids,
Right.
very educational.
Yeah.
So we thank you both for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thank you.